Well, good afternoon everybody, welcome back to the channel, to the second of this week's reviews. My name's Lee, your virtual airline pilot's back with you again. We're back in the UK this time. Where are we? We're at Newcastle-Upon-Tyne in the northern part of the UK, and this is Newcastle International Airport, Echo Golf November Tango. This is a new payware scenery from RW Profiles. It's a relatively new developer, but they put out a few sceneries there, and I've reviewed at least one of them, I believe. This is version 1, the release version for Flight Sim 2020, and there is a 2024 version available as well. Download is just over a gig, 1.05 gigs, and it installs at 2.71 gigs. Currently it's only available from INI builds, and here's the price. It's €18.02, which equates to roughly $20.93 US, or £15.59 UK. All of those prices are estimates with conversions taken from the UK pound, and they include tax or VAT at 20%, which of course could vary depending on your country of purchase. This is quite an extensive scenery. RW Profiles are not a cheap developer, they do quite well actually. We've got people and all sorts over here, and as you can see, masses of cars in the car parks, and the airport's been modelled quite well from what I can see, and it fits nicely into the terrain here as well. So let's have a quick look at features. Okay, features. We have handmade and hand-painted ground textures, true-to-life airport landside, accurate airport night lighting, hand-placed and custom runway and taxiway lighting, highly detailed models of all airport buildings, objects and surroundings, got an up-to-date airport layout, custom-built and animated jetways in all variations, high performance optimized with level of details or LODs, fully and accurately modelled terminal interior, custom and hand-placed taxiway signage, fully modelled GA area with spawnable hangars and the fixed base operator interior, so you can actually use this for GA purposes as well as airline. Custom static GA aircraft, custom ground clutter and ground service equipment or GSE. Assigned AI airline codes for correct AI gate assignments, which is going to be useful for those people who don't fly online. An option to turn off all or part of the model terminal interior, which is also another useful feature. And an option to fully configure the scenery for best performance by turning off various features of the product. I mean, that's useful. You don't see that in too many sceneries, but that widens the appeal of this product to people with low-end systems. And finally, you've got a GSX profile included, and if you can't find it in the scenery, you can get it from flightsim.to, and I will put the link in the description below. Okay, so let's do some history now. Okay, so history. Newcastle International Airport, Echo Golf November Tango, is a public use international airport jointly owned by 7 UK local authorities, and they are the City of Newcastle, City of Sunderland, Durham County Council, Gateshead MBC, North Tyneside MBC, Northumberland County Council and South Tyneside MBC. The airport serves Newcastle-Upon-Tyne in the north of England. Located approximately 7.5 miles or 12 kilometres from Newcastle city centre, it is the busiest airport in northeast England and the second busiest in northern England. In 2019, prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, Newcastle International handled 5.2 million passengers annually. The airport was opened on the 26th of July 1935 as Woolsington Aerodrome by the Secretary of State for Air at the time, Sir Philip Cunliffe Lister. Incorporating a clubhouse, hangar, workshops, fuel garage and grass runway, it cost £35,000 to build. In 1940, the airfield was occasionally used to operate detachments of Supermarine Spitfire fighters from RAF Acklington based 72 Squadron. On the 25th of July that year, number 83 Maintenance Unit RAF, tasked with recovering crashed aircraft and salvaging any usable parts, was formed at Woolsington, remaining operational until April 1946. The airfield was also used as a base for the single Tiger Moth of the Durham University Air Squadron from February 1941, and from 1942 to 43 detachments from number 278 Squadron RAF operating Westland Lysander and Supermarine Walrus aircraft in the air-sea rescue role. Number 281 Squadron RAF, another air-sea rescue squadron, operated from Walsington from June to October 1943, while from 1943 to June 45 the airfield was used as a satellite field for number 62 OTU, based at RAF Euston, Operational Training Unit I believe that is. Walsington was handed back to the Council in 1946. In 1967, the construction of a new runway and terminal was completed, along with an apron and a new air traffic control tower. These new additions were officially opened by the Prime Minister of the time, Harold Wilson, on the 17th of February 1967. In 1978, with passenger figures approaching 1 million a year, the airport was designated as a regional international hub airport in the UK government's White Paper on Airport Policy, opening the way for further redevelopment. In the same decade, it was rebranded Newcastle Airport. The 1980s saw further investment in check-in, catering and duty-free shops. 1991, the airport metro station opened, connecting the airport with Newcastle city centre using the Tyne and Wear metro system. Rapid expansion in passenger traffic has led to increasing commercial use of the south side of the airport. This was previously used for general aviation but is now used for freight, mail and corporate flights. In January 2007 it was announced that Emirates were to begin a daily non-stop service to Dubai from the airport. The service started on the 7th of September 2007 and has operated pretty much ever since. Until 2012 the route was flown by an Airbus A330. Since September that year it's been flown by a Boeing 777. In April 2023, TUI Airways announced its programme at the airport for the summer of 2024, operating up to 84 weekly flights to a total of 31 destinations on offer using an additional 5th aircraft, including new routes to Sal, Cape Verde and Sharm el-Sheikh Airport in Egypt. May 2025, EasyJet announced that it would be reopening their base at the airport after closing the base during the pandemic. The airline announced that they would be basing 3 aircraft from the start of the summer of 2026, with 11 new destinations, bringing their total number of routes up to 19. Currently, some 16 airlines operate into and out of Newcastle Airport. So there you are, folks, a little bit of a history for you. Now let's look at the runway system here. Okay, runways. So Newcastle International Airport operates a single runway 2507, measuring 7,644 feet or 2,330 metres, and it's made from asphalt. The airport lies at an elevation of 266 feet or 81 metres and sits within the GMT UTC time zone. Now the UK is currently observing Daylight Saving Time or DST. We've moved 1 hour forward from GMT, and so the airport is still currently on UK time but 1 hour ahead of GMT. So both ends of this runway feature high intensity runway lighting, high intensity airfield lighting system version 2, centerline lighting, touchdown zone lighting and precision approach path indicators, runway 25 on the left side and runway 07 on the right side. Now we're looking at runway 25 to begin with, and you can see we've got the high intensity lighting, we've got the touchdown zone lighting here, the centerline lighting and the approach lighting system as per the charts as well, and the PAPIs are on the left as they should be for this end of the runway. Okay, let's have a look at runway 07 before I talk about approaches. Okay, so here we are looking at the runway 07 end, and as you can see nothing's changed. We've got touchdown, centerline, high intensity lighting, and this time as per the chart the PAPIs are on the right hand side, and the approach lighting system is the same as the other end, which is again as per the chart. Okay, approach options. We have an instrument landing system certified for category 2 and 3 low visibility operations. We have an ILS NDB instrument landing system. We have an RNP approach option and an NDB approach option too. So all of these approach options are available for both ends of this runway. And the runway is fully grooved. So there you go, that does it for runways. We've got pretty much everything correct as per the chart, which is brilliant. So now let's have a look at the jetways that they've got here. Okay, jetways, so let's first check where we are. Here you can see I've got my Phoenix Airbus A320 parked. I've spawned straight from the menu and it's actually positioned between the two stop marks. So just a quick look from this side. Basically as soon as I spawn, the jetway connected, so we'll do the test in a moment. We'll retract it and connect it again. But here you can see we're right on the center line. This is where we've spawned, and I mean the jetway seems to have connected okay, so it's not really going to be a huge problem. There is a GSX profile included with this, so you should get some decent connections. It should all work out for you. Okay, so we do the jetway test. We'll do it in reverse. Obviously it's there, it's connected, so let's disconnect the jetway first. Once again the hood springs back, slight delay, and the jetway moves away. Now the wheels are a little bit weird. They're not well, they're turning, but they're not really in the right direction. So the wheels have moved back. They're at the rear end of the safe area, which is perfectly okay. I mean from looking at this, it's going to be a bit tight, I think, parking the nose wheel up there. Let's have a look from inside the cockpit. So here we are inside the cockpit, and there we are looking outside the captain's window. Now to be honest, if I think we pulled up to the stop line, we might have an issue connecting the jetway. However, let's connect the jetway now. As you can see at the moment, the doors are closed. Jetway itself looks really good, to be honest. Let's connect it up now. There she goes. The animation looks quite good. Now the wheels are kind of the wrong way around, as you can see. No stairs to worry about going into the concrete. But from here, connection looks pretty good. So let's get a close look. So from here, that looks to be reasonably good connection. We're a bit of a gap here, but the hood has gone across. I don't think it's gone through the, well, it has gone through the skin a bit here. We'll see what it looks like inside in a moment. Let's check the other side. So there we are. Once again, you can see there is a bit of a gap. Not much. It's nothing I would really complain about here, and it would appear that the hood hasn't gone into the side of the aircraft on this side. So let's go inside the jetway. So here we are inside the jetway. This is the best position I can get because the door's still closed and it's pretty close to be honest, to the aircraft. There's the gap we were talking about, and it looks pretty much okay over this end in terms of it doesn't, the hood hasn't gone through the skin. There's the view from inside the aircraft looking out. As you can see, the door is closed, and again it's pretty close to the main door. I don't know there's going to be an awful lot of room for that door to swing open. So here in the cabin you can see the hood is right up close to the aircraft, hasn't gone through the skin here. And again in the cockpit it's all pretty clear, no problem at all there. As for the jetway itself, nicely modelled, very nice, and it works. As I said, the only issue is really the wheels don't turn properly or face the right way. I wonder if moving up to this stop line would actually improve this jetway connection, I don't know. But I spawn from the menu directly onto the stand. I do that every time just to test it, because that's what's going to happen when you start a flight. Okay, you can position the aircraft better when you're arriving, but when you start a flight and you can't get your passengers on board, then I think you'd be a bit bothered. So once again, let's finally disconnect the jetway. The door closes and the hood springs back. There's a slight delay. And you see the wheels really aren't moving properly at all, unfortunately. But the jetway moves away and the wheels actually do end up in the right area here at the rear end of the safe zone. So that's pretty cool. So there you are, that was the jetway test. Let's get down to this airport proper now and have a good look over and just see what we're presented with in this version of Newcastle by RW Profiles. Okay, welcome back. So now let's start the tour. We're back at the daytime. It's just after midday. And here's the we're at the southern end of the airport, the southwest end of the airport. Here's the runway 07 threshold, display threshold here. And you can see from this thing, I mean, the whole thing sits really nicely into the terrain. No real modifications needed. They may well have made some, but it's hard to see. They've done a really nice job. So let's start the tour. We'll have a look firstly at the maintenance area and the GA apron on the south side, the southeast side of the airport, which was described in the history section. Is now used mainly for cargo, corporate jets, general aviation and other useful bits and pieces. We'll just have a tour here and see what it looks like. I mean, to be honest, the detailing looks really good even from here. Just slow this down a bit more. So there you can see the ground detail. Okay, there's not much in the way of oil stains or whatever. It all looks relatively new, but it looks good. Visually it's very pleasing, and there's enough here for you to get interested in, and also for you cargo and helicopter guys to use this side of the airport should you wish to. Again, we've got car parks are in their slots, can't see anything mislaid. That, I believe, is where they set fire to that aircraft and once a month, usually the fire service. But look, even down here, where the fence line is, right out to the side, it's been completed. Some nice markings down here on the outer stands. And I presume that's an aircraft they set fire to, I don't know. But there's weathering on the buildings here. And there's the odd person down there too, which is good. It's very nice. You know, they've left nothing to chance down here. And, you know, I mean, this isn't potentially even the main part of the airport. Very nice Gulf Stream there, I think. Is that what it is? That's what it is. And a couple of Cessna citations. And the road has been 3D modelled as well. Here's the cargo area. Very nice indeed. It's been really nicely done. All the models true to life. So we're just to pan back to the airside part of this facility. I want to have a look at that helicopter. We've got a car parked on the road there. But that's just the only little anomaly I can see, to be honest. So the aircraft models, the static models, look really good actually. They're properly placed. I just wanted to see this helicopter. And it looks to be a very nice Bell 206 JETRANGER. So while we're here, quick look at some signage. As you can see, it's almost perfect really. A nice ground concrete texture. All of the ground signage is correct. You've got the proper signs for the runway entry. They're on plinths, and we've got wigwags as well. So here's the VOR station. And here's the control tower, which is beautifully modelled from the outside. And as you can see, it's modelled inside as well, which is really good. Let's have a look. And there we are, inside the control tower. You've got 5 people, which is great. It's the most I've ever seen in a control tower. But no, lovely. You've got the screens, they all work, it's lighting. It's you know, it's atmospheric. It looks very realistic, which is what you want a tower to be. And there's the view from the other side, and we've got the mandatory red lights on top of the tower, which is good. I mean, it's beautifully modelled. I bet this is going to look great at night time. Here's the car park and the road that leads to the tower for the people that come in, and cars are in their slots. Again, a nice variety of vehicles, no repetition really. Looks very good. And then you have this facility here, which is the fire station. Here we go, and there's the thing that they set fire to. So my apologies, that other aircraft is not something they set fire to. Very nice indeed. There's a close look at the fire station, complete with fire tender, all painted in the correct livery for the airport too. And there's the other one, and there's the little sort of mock aircraft that the fire service practice on. Normally they do a once a month practice where they take the tenders out and they set fire to it and put the fire out. At least that's what they do at Heathrow and Gatwick, where I used to work. And just a little look here. I mean, you can see this is a little facility sort of way northeast of the airport centre, and yet it's been beautifully done, weathered, modelled really nicely. The letters are, we can read the sign easily. It's really, really good. And there you can see the rear of the fire station, more tenders, again all really nicely modelled. The building's weathered and you can read the signage on the side of the building, and they've even done the walkways here. Cars are in their slots. It's very, very good. And there we are, looking back towards the main central terminal area, which is out here. And one thing I didn't notice, look, they've even got one helicopter here that you set fire to. Very, very nice indeed. This is a fuel farm. You can see the great big tanks there and a couple of tenders, fuel tenders there. And again, you've got fuel tenders, or fuel bowsers as we call them, all properly painted in the Newcastle Airport livery. So these are custom vehicles. Once again, nicely modelled, and you've got a bloke there, an engineer, which is good. And once again, nothing left to chance. Some nice buildings here on site. And look at this, parallaxing of a high definition, so you can see inside this building. You know, this is a fuel farm. You probably wouldn't even bother to look at this, but they've done it, and they've done it really well. The brickwork is wonderful. So is the roof, and here you can see the parallaxing is such high quality or high resolution that it looks almost real. And again through these windows. I mean, this is really good. This is quality modelling. I mean, it's really nice. You really I've got no complaints. This does look good. This plant is the only thing that looks a little bit unreal, but the rest of it looks great. Okay, so let's get down to the stand now itself and have a look at the parking area where my aircraft is. So here we are, stand 3. This is where my Phoenix Airbus A320 is parked. And again, this looks to be a quality sort of place. I mean, look at the detail. You've got the cones, the ground markings are excellent. You've got the hydrant connections here where the fuel bowser hooks up to. You can see into the terminal pier here through the windows. You've got air conditioning units, got a couple of people, some baggage bits and pieces. Okay, these guys are probably with GSX, and there is a GSX profile available. And there you can see the Newcastle Airport signage, and inside the main terminal to the left. And just a bit of a closer view. Again, you can see more equipment there, and again see through in the windows there with some static people. And just a slightly different view there. And yeah, it's great. Okay, just a quick pass over the stands themselves so you can get an idea of what they're like. As you can see, there's plenty of ground detail. There we've got a default aircraft. I don't know why it's there. I've turned most of them off. But there you can see stands, equipment. And it all looks pretty realistic, to be honest. It's a very, very nicely modelled airport. I have reviewed an RW profile scenery before, and I think, if I'm right in saying that this is a real step up from what they did in the last project I looked at. So here you've got some of the outlying stands. Again, you've got all the equipment and parking that you need. And nice to see all this equipment here. I mean, everything modelled, and of course no frame rate here. As you can see, I'm just slowly moving along here. No burps or buffers or anything. So we're landside, major car park here. Lots of cars, not a lot of repetition that I can see. And as you can see, the roads are 3D modelled. All of this has been really, really nicely done. So talking of landside, let's go and have a look and see what we can see. We'll start with a general pass over here over landside. And as you can see, plenty of detail here. The roads are fully 3D modelled. Just about every marking that should be there is there. As you can see, we've got some people stood outside the terminal. I mean, this is top notch. This is getting close to FlyTampa and PARALLAXED Dev Company. This is beautiful. The only thing we're missing really is people animations, but it's very nice. It's very well done and modelled. Again, right the way down to landside, complete with custom made buses there. So here you can see we're pretty much at the end of the scenery where the default is, but again it's been blended. There's the Premier Inn. It's full 3D roads, you've got a restaurant there and people sitting outside. Okay, the traffic is a bit unrealistic, but that's not the fault of RW profiles. That's a default thing. But you know, it's good. At least they're going in the right direction. And here we've got the entrance to the airport from landside. There's a petrol station there, I believe, and a car wash. And you've even got the petrol numbers listed. Animated flags there. We've got a changing sign, which is very impressive. This is the DoubleTree, which I believe is a hotel. Again, you've got people outside, and again there's high resolution parallaxing on those windows that give a realistic effect. Everything down to the car park signage, and to be honest, the car models look pretty good. Well, it all looks really, really good. So here's landside. As you can see, you've got buses and people. So let's pop into the terminal landside first. I want to have a look, but I don't want to spend too much time. And that's a pretty impressive scene. You've got people. Okay, they're not animated, but they're good models. There's the entrance to the metro station. I wonder if it's been modelled. So here we are going down the tunnel from inside the terminal towards the metro station. Okay, doesn't look like it's been modelled. We'll go through the wall anyway just to see. No. Okay, that's it. But you know what? No complaints. They've done so much. I mean, look at the detail here. So here's check-in. Excellent. Passengers in the right place. Nice to see at least, well, in fact there's two people, two airline staff at the check-in desks. Very nice. WH Smith to the left there, Starbucks. It's really good. And more check-in here on the other side of the terminal, complete with a little restaurant there. I mean, look at this. It's been beautifully done. It's a very, very nice interior. So let's go upstairs, have a quick look at departures landside. Here we've got an escalator there, but it's not animated. But again, no complaints. We've got at least one figure there heading for departures. This should be security. So as you can see, the upper part hasn't been modelled. Okay, let's go into airside from airside. Upper level first. And this is quite nice. Nice view out through the windows. And we've got a lady there with a youngster. Let's do a little slow travel through here. And there's another little restaurant area. Very nice hoarding there. Well, duty free. And this is airside. And as you can see, the main building goes all the way down. Really nicely done, to be honest. Burger King, all the usual things. Very nice. So as you can see, this airside has been really nicely done here. So just coming out there. And there on the lower level is the arrivals area with baggage reclaim. Let's have a quick look. Very nice. Okay, nothing's animated, no bags, but you've got the belts there all in full detail. And you've got people, attendants there by the baggage area. And it all looks pretty good. Very nice indeed. Okay, so that was the daytime. Let's turn it down to dusk now. So here we are, dusk. It's 8 PM local time. Today is the 30th of August 2025. And this is the date of the video. And here we are looking across the terminal area. There's my aircraft parked on number 3. And as you can see, it's great. The side lighting is very subtle. Came on about 3 minutes ago. Excuse me. Lighting came on about 3 minutes ago. All looks pretty impressive. So there we are looking, I think southwest, I think it is. And again, all the lighting all looks really good. You can see inside the terminals. The roof have got the appropriate lighting as well. And you can see taxiway signage looks good. And there are green centerline lights to help you find your way as the darkness comes around. So a quick look at airside. As you can see, the stands have plenty of lighting. It's not going to be an issue there. There's the terminal building, beautifully lit. A lovely view inside as we cross over to landside. Animated radar dome. And again, landside looks really good. And even again, the signs on the petrol station are also lit up, so you can see the fuel costs. So there's the petrol station. I just wanted also to look at the entrance area because you got this animated and lit sign. Very nice indeed. And there you can see parallaxing on the building. Again, high quality, high res photos, which really look as though it's, you know, you could go in there. Very nicely done. So we cross over the car park from landside. Even the little barriers there, look, have been done. Everything's marked. You know, there's some lovely little touches here. So go into landside just quickly here. It's a great bus, look at that. But again, plenty of lighting. It looks really, really nice. and the other end there. There's the upper level. Very nice indeed. So this just breathes quality. It really is. It really just breathes quality out at you. It's been very nicely done. I mean, look at it. It's great. It's a lovely scenery. I mean, I've seen a few versions of Newcastle. For the moment, I have to say this is the best. Just everywhere you look here, it's just really, really good. So we'll whiz across to AIRSIDE here and head towards the control tower, because it's another, apparently another good feature that looks good in the darkness hours. But as you can see, the stands and the signage, taxiway signage, is well lit as well, really done. And there you see the fuel farm to the left, also fully lit and fully modelled. Don't see any Asobo globes floating around, which is brilliant. So we can straight away see the red light on top of the tower, which is a mandatory requirement. Newcastle is a Category 7 airport, like Heathrow and Gatwick, so they need a lot of things are mandatory. It's really nice. And once again, you got the fully manned control tower, all nicely lit. And there's the tower from the other side. Quick look at the fire station. Once again, beautifully lit, no problems there. And finally the GA apron on the other side. Again, nothing's been left to chance. The stands are modelled, they're lit, and they're numbered. And you have some nice subtle down lighting here and there. Very nice indeed. No complaints. So quick view from the cockpit. This is what you see when you park up on stand 3 around about 8:15, or it's nearly 10 past 8 this evening, I think. And a quick view through the first officer's window. So all in all, it looks pretty good. Close-ups on the stands here, you can see lighting. There's even red lights on the end of the jetway here, which is really good. There's a view inside the terminal from AIRSIDE. And looking across the stands. Very, very nice indeed. So taxiway signage, here's the entrance to the runway, and as you can see you've got the red signs here. Oh, hang on, we've got a vehicle going down the runway, that's not good. But WIGWAGS are pretty good. You've got all the signage reflecting into the graphs on plinths. That's quality. We really need to get vehicles off the runway, I'm sorry. It's one of my pet peeves, but there you go. And just a close-up of two of the other signs looking towards the terminal. Okay, so that was the airport at dusk. Let's take it down to night time now and see what difference there is, if any. Okay, 10:30 local time in the evening, and here you can see the main terminal area and landside very well lit up. Not really going to have any problems finding your way. Follow the green lights and very quickly you get close to this area where you've got this beautiful lighting. Very nicely done. There you've got external stands. There's the control tower, there's the fire station we looked at earlier, here's the runway. With the exit lines you've got a high-speed turn-off here, and as you can see the taxiway signs have really come up in the darkness. And there's the GA and cargo area on the south side of the airport, which looks really good. Quick view from the flight deck. Not an awful lot different from DUSK, except the lighting has come up slightly more, and now you can see the lights on the tow tug even, and internal lighting. This just all looks a little bit better, slightly better in the darkness. There's the captain's window, and there's the first officer's window. I've just moved a bit closer. So a little tour across the airside stands, and then we'll go over the terminal building to landside. I mean, it does look very good. So this all looks pretty good. As we pass from airside to landside, we'll go over the roof. It's good, it's very nice. And there's the terminal and the people landside. It's very nice indeed. I just like the way this has been done, I really do. The attention to detail is wonderful. You've got the barriers down there to the right to the car park. You've got that little building there to the left. And more entry and exit barriers. Here's the entrance to the airport, hotel on the left. The various advertising hoardings and a petrol station down there to the right. And there on the hotel you can see the really good parallaxing, animated flags. And it all looks great. And the signs all change as well. Okay, so that was night time. Let's bring the dawn up now and have a look at the airport at dawn. Okay, 6:25 in the morning, and as you can see the dawn's come up behind us, and here you got this lovely red glow on the airport as well. Very nice. There's the GA and cargo area on the south side. And there the sun's coming up, we're looking towards the east. Here's the VOR station here. There's the control tower. There's the fire station down there and the fuel farm here as well. Okay, 7:30, it's an hour later pretty much, and time to wrap up this review and give you my thoughts. What do I think? This is a very, very well modelled airport. This is a big improvement over what RW profiles have done previously. It's right up there with Pyrig Dev Company, FlyTampa. Some of the stuff they've done is a really, really effective. Highly detailed modelling. Highly detailed texturing everywhere, even on places where you're not likely to even bother looking. Some wonderful stuff here. It really is wonderful. Okay, the passengers are static, they're not animated, security area is not modelled, and the upper level hasn't been done. And you know, it would have been nice to see the metro train animated, but these are all things they could decide to add should they wish to. But it doesn't take away from the fact that this is a really, really well modelled airport. For the pilots among you who just want to get in and out and experience what it's like coming in here, you've got everything that makes it look real. It's excellent. You've got everything as well for a low visibility landing. All of the options, the taxiway signage is all really working well. And the airport has an atmosphere about it. It looks great. Yeah, so what you have is a really, really good airport. Everything you need, realistically, you know, just no complaints at all. It looks wonderful. It's very, very realistic in terms of what they've done here. And, you know, realistically, I can't argue with the price. It's actually very competitive. Just over €18, when some companies that are doing this kind of quality are charging over 20. It's just over 20, well, just shy of $21 US, and just close to, it's 15.5 quid UK. And those prices include tax, remember. It's a very, very well priced product, very competitively priced, and it's available for Flight Sim 2024 as well, which is another bonus. There's plenty of features, GSX profiles included. You know, what more could you want? It's really good. I really like this airport, I really do. So as I said, RW profiles, you come up with a winner here, you really have, and your abilities, your skills are well shown off in this product. Improvements, what would I like to see if you're feeling like doing another version? Add the metro train, develop airside just a little more. I'd like to see security. It'd be nice to transit from landside to airside and back again, but you can't because there's no link from departures into the departure lounge. Okay, that's not necessary, but it's what's available in some high quality scenery these days. Really is. Just animate a couple of people, but no, apart from that, you know, it's great. You've done a lot of work here. Even the control tower is fully modelled, and you've not only got people inside it, you've got 5 controllers. Brilliant, it really is brilliant. It's available for Flight Sim 2020 and 2024. Price is really competitive, and you get a lot for your money, I think. Very, very well recommended. So there you are, folks. It's Newcastle Airport up in Newcastle-Upon-Tyne in the north of the UK. It's Echo Golf November Tango. It's a payware product, scenery from RW Profiles. This is version 1, the release version for the PC version of Flight Sim 2020, and a 2024 version is also available. The download here comes in at just over a gig, and it installs at 2.71 gig. Currently it's available only from AnyBuilds, but I believe there might be other places where it's going to come up. It's up to you. I think we need to check the prices. But the current AnyBuild price comes out at €18.02, which equates to roughly $20.93 US, or £15.59 UK. Those prices are all estimates taken from the UK pound and conversions, and they include tax or VAT at 20%, which of course could vary depending on the country you are in at the time. A very nice product. Happy that I've got it, and I bought this, I paid for this, and I will use it hopefully once I get my flight controls sorted out, which is a moment it's a real problem for me. But anyway, hopefully I'm going to do that while I get the chance. If anybody's watching, thanks to the people in the VAs that I fly for. They very kindly extended my leave so I can try and sort out my problems. And also, just to tell you, I finally purchased Flight Sim 2024. It looks good. It's crashing a few times on me, and I'll obviously have to work out why that is. But anyhow, I'm beginning to see that, and hopefully I'll start to be able to do some videos once I get it stable enough. Be nice to do some videos in 2024. So there you are, folks. That's Newcastle for you. A very, very good product, well recommended. Thank you for watching the video. Sorry it's a bit late. I only had 2 planned for this week, and even then the real world is interrupted a bit. But anyhow, hopefully it's okay, and I'm going to try, subject to whether I can get Flight Sim 2024 stable or not, to see whether I can do a scenery review next week. We'll just have a look. But thanks for watching, thanks for joining me, thanks for your support, appreciate it. Take care, happy flights, fly safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.